Happy holidays, everyone. How's everybody doing? It is once again AMA Friday here at TCG World. Hope everybody's having an amazing and epic day today. And your holidays are going great. And as you can see, we got a little festive spirit here today. And we also have a special guest with us here to kick things off. So let me go around the horn. We have our friend, John Dixon, head in biz development. Hey, John, how you doing? And welcome back.
I'm so glad to be back. Yeah, thank you. It's great to be here again.
Yeah. And you were recently on a holiday, right? For your birthday, I believe it was.
Yeah. I missed the last one. So yeah, I was away, getting a bit of a tan. I failed, obviously. But yeah, I'm glad to be back, and hopefully I won't miss any more.
All right.
Yeah, it was a birthday treat to myself.
Well, we got you back. We got you out of the cupboard, all that kind of stuff. I think the audio check looks good in the chat. If you guys can let us know, I think we got John all sorted out. But thank you very much, John, for making it back. Hopefully, I'm glad I didn't scare you away from the AMAs. So good stuff there. But John, here we have a guest here today. We've got some news that we're going to talk about. But let's go ahead and jump into the news. It's a big bomb that we're going to drop right to get things kicked off here. So Preston here from Cyber Hornets and Web3 Comics. How you doing, Preston?
Good. Thanks for having me on. Hope you guys
Absolutely.
are having a good day.
You wanted to give us a quick introduction of yourself, if you don't mind, before we get into the content.
Yeah. So I'm Preston, also known as The Buzz. I'm the CEO of Cyber Hornets Colony Club, and I'm also the co-founder and managing member for Web3 Comics, LLC.
Great. And so let's just jump into the news. For everybody to know, just recently here in the last few days, we have a big announcement. TCG has made an investment, and it is in a substantial stake that has been made in Web3 Comics LLC. So, Preston, this is big. Tell us a little bit about what this might mean for those that are here watching the stream, investors of TCG World. Really curious about it.
Yeah, we're really excited that TCG joined in on the private fundraise round. And basically, we're looking to make comic books for TCG World, maybe some featured around the different regions, including a bunch of the sprites and stuff. And then also, we're looking to bring comic books into the Metaverse as well. So we're really excited about all the options we can explore with that.
I think we also might be seeing some comics for some of our partners. I know they have some lore and various avatars that we're going to be bringing into World. I know one that comes to mind is the Matic Grays, and their tag along Baby Gray. That's going to be an avatar in World. So is it something that we can expect also to see some comic content for that as well?
Yeah, so we're going to be speaking with some of TCG's other partners, and we're going to look into what kind of options we can do for them to produce digital and or physical comic books for their communities. Basically, that's the goal of Web3 Comics LLC is to become something akin to Marvel and or DC, but basically on the blockchain. So we're looking to facilitate comic books for a lot of different Web3 brands, whether they're NFT projects, metaverses, blockchains, pretty much anything, especially if it has already somewhat of a story lore focus and some art to base that off of. That really helps as well. But basically, we kind of want to do that and then start bridging it all together and make something of like a comic multiverse within the Metaverse.
That's interesting. Can you expand on that? Because that's a mouthful right there. Yeah.
Basically, bridging different IPs together and kind of bringing that all into the story. You have the one image of the cover?
I do. Yeah. Let me go ahead and load that up here. It's a picture of which one you want to do, the cover?
Yeah, the cover one.
Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Here is that the Cyber Hornets cover here. This.
So basically, that's for the third issue, and that is going to be coming out. That we're working on right now. We're about to release issue number 2, and then issue number 3 is in the works. But basically, we got licensing rights to use 2 Bored Apes, 2 Mutant Apes, and then we had rights to use a Moonbird, but they went CCO, so I guess that doesn't really matter anymore because anybody can use them. But anyways, so that's kind of like the idea behind it is we're bringing other NFT projects into our comic books, and then we want to connect other projects together and kind of do the same with them and build standalone series for it as well.
Well, speaking of avatars and such, I mean, I know we have an image of an avatar that will be coming in World, which is another really exciting update for folks that do play TCG World, that they'll be able to use a Cyber Hornets avatar in the World, right? That's in the works right now. And would you mind if I show that to the folks watching the stream?
Yes, please.
Okay, let's go ahead and pull it up here, folks. So here you go. The female Hornet. Tell us a little about what went into this artwork.
So that's done by Ben Herrera. He's one of our main comic book artists. He's the one that's doing the Cyber Hornets comics. And he's also going to be starting on another project we're going to be doing comics for soon. And basically, those are, they call it ortho concepts. And it's to get all the measurements. That's why there's the lines in the image and everything. And then that will be taken starting next month. TCG will be working on rendering those into 3D avatar assets. And
I can't wait to
also,
play it. John, what do you think, man?
Well, first of all, I should have brought my glasses. I'm leaning in and I'm almost licking the screen. It looks really good. I was looking at the comic as well. The illustrations are amazing. So we're very, very lucky to be part of this. Really looking forward to the future, and I can't wait to see these avatars.
Thank you. Yeah, I think they're pretty cool, and we wanted to make sure to represent both the male and female genders with the Hornets. So having one of each, because we do have the queen of the hive. She's like there's actually the queen and her three sisters, but they're at the top rarity NFTs in our Cyber Hornets collection.
Preston, we got a question from the chat here, if you don't mind answering. I've got to highlight it here. It's from Lone Wolf D1. It's asking, will they be able to fly in the world, do you think, these avatars? Is that something that's possibly an option?
So right now, we're not currently looking at flying as an option, just because we feel like that could potentially devalue the dragons. But we are speaking with the TCG team about adding some pretty cool utility to the Hornet avatars. I can't mention too much on the exacts at the moment, but...
Cool. I think we have another image of some, just bringing it back to the in real world, in real life, should I say, IRL. I think you have also the ability for comics. And when we think about how TCG Comics can play in, I know there's a lot of things worked out right now as far as how exactly this partnership or this investment is going to play out for TCG. And more information will come as we have it, since this is just late breaking. But I think one thing that was interesting as we talk about how the actual physical comics is something that your guys' project has done in the past. I have an image here of what those look like, and you have a stack of these really cool looking comics actually here. And so what can we expect of anything at this point, do you think, when it comes to the IRL aspects of these comics and people able to be shared with their friends and family at gatherings and things like that real easily?
Yeah, so basically we have a really close relationship with one of America's top printing companies. And we work with them to facilitate physical comic production. So once we have the digital version of a comic book finished, if a project or like TCG or any of the other projects decide they want that printed, we can send it off to the printers. There's a little bit of a time delay on it, more so than usual right now, just because of supply chain constraints and everything, paper shortages and whatnot. But basically, for the first issue of Cyber Hornets, we had 1,000. It was supposed to be 1,000 copies, but there's possibility of overrun, so there's actually 1,050 copies, and that's all there'll ever be of the first issue. And right now, the only way to get those is a special holiday promotion we're running. If you mint 5 of our Animus NFTs, you can get a physical comic book, and then also 6.7% roughly of the Animus NFTs have a metadata trait that allows you to go to our website and redeem a physical comic book as well.
Wow. Well, I mean, I feel like we need to spend another AMA just for unpacking all this, Preston. I mean, unfortunately, we have a lot to still unpack for everyone on the AMA, but I just want to say, John, maybe you have any questions, and anybody in the chat, if you've got any other further questions, but we're going to have to let Preston go here shortly. But Preston, I think, Cyber Hornets is a great valued partners of ours at TCG World. We appreciate everything you guys do in the community there and Discord and everything that you have. But certainly I want to see if we can get you back on again for another AMA and go into this a little bit further detail. Maybe we'll have more details about this recent investment partnership that we've done with Web Comics as well. So, John, do you have anything you want to ask? And I'll take a look at the chat.
I'm seeing what's the mint price of the Animus NFTs?
So they're 0.06 ETH per NFT, unless you already own one of our Cyber Hornets, and then the first 4 you mint are slightly discounted.
Okay, thank you.
And
yeah,
I'm just seeing loads of comments that people are excited about the avatars. So
people really like that avatar, that female one that you have that you started with. So that's really great, Preston. I appreciate that. Any closing remarks before we let you go for your day? Yeah.
I appreciate you guys having me on today, and I would love to come back again in the future. And I really look forward to Web3 Comics and TCG World working together to build something like Marvel and DC for the Metaverse and for the Web3 industry. And definitely looking forward to producing comic books for TCG World, and definitely looking forward to Cyber Hornets in the Metaverse. So
let's do it.
We can't wait to see what happens in the new year and going into the new year, and obviously as well ongoing as well. So I mean, it's new news to even me and PJ. So this is really hot information. We can't wait to see how this all progresses. So yeah, thank you.
David has asked for David Evans is asking you a question, Preston. Any preview of the headquarters by chance?
Yeah. Here, 1 second. I'll shoot it to you real quick.
Oh, okay. Hold on 1 second. Okay, I'm not even prepared for this. This is testing my ability to work on my feet. Thank you, David. Okay. All right, hit me in the chat. Let's see. Hit me in the chat in the Telegram.
All right. Oh wait, it's the compressed version. Darn it.
So for those who don't know, there will be a Cyber Hornets headquarters located in TCG World. And in fact, if you go on the map today, you will be able to see their logo. I believe it's a commercial plot. In what region do you know? What region is that located?
It's a 256 by 256 commercial plot in the forest region.
In the forest region. So take a look at that.
It's kind of down just a little bit, kind of more towards the center area of the commercial area.
All right, guys, buy me like 30 seconds, please. Let me get this set up.
I think it was one of the earliest commercial, I don't want to say collaborations that we did. Tell me if I'm wrong. It's been around for a while, the idea, hasn't it?
Yeah, we were one of the first. I know Wall Street Bets was already in there, and Funky Monkey Frat House, and maybe a couple others, but we were one of the early ones.
August, September, maybe October of 2021. It was something really early, wasn't it?
Yeah, and we're excited to announce. I spoke with David, and Sandstorm is going to be putting our commercial build in the January pipeline. We're not exactly sure how long it will take, but production will begin in January on that. So we're looking forward to that.
All right, I've got it up, guys. Thank you for buying me some time. I appreciate that. But it doesn't look pretty. I didn't get to prep here, but I think it's great that we're able to show this on screen. So I've got that image up. Maybe just talk to it a bit of maybe some highlights. That'd be great, Preston.
Yeah. So the main HQ is over in the back center there, and that'll be kind of like a NFT gallery, I think, on the upstairs portion, and then the downstairs portion is going to be where we can host events and whatnot. We also have a basketball court that's kind of in honor of Charlotte Hornets, and we're Cyber Hornets. So a lot of our community, they like basketball, so we included a basketball court. We have a shooting range. Currently, the thought behind that is it's probably going to be something like paintballs or lasers or something like that. And then there's also the 6-story building where there's going to be multiple different things. There'll be one of the floors is going to be an area to showcase the comic books. Another one's going to be kind of like a gaming area and such. And then if you look between the two buildings, kind of tucked in there at the bottom, there's actually a cave entrance, and that is in honor of the Animus NFTs, which are one-eyed, one-horned bears. And that's going to be their little underground lair that actually goes under the Cyber Hornets main HQ.
Wow. That is super cool. That is super cool. Wow. John, what do you think about this?
I'm still looking.
I got to mint one of these. I think I have a few Hornets, but I need to get one of those Animus, man. Those are minting now, right?
Yes, yeah. And I don't know if people have seen the Sprite concepts for the one-eyed, one-horned bears. There's a three-stage evolution, white and brown version, but those are actually Animus, pretty much. So.
I think it's gorgeous. There's a lot to do in this plot. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's so much to do. And also as well, I can see you've added like green in there as well, which is great. There's a bit of everything going on.
I used to run a landscaping company, and I actually do bonsai trees as a hobby.
Yeah.
And so you'll notice like a lot of the art or the landscape design, it's very detailed, kind of bonsai like with the placement of the hoofs, and then those are actually like spiraled arborvitaes around the main HQ there and at the entrance of the other building. So
it looks like a nice place to be.
Wow. Hey, we said like 5 minutes, right, Preston? We get so much to unpack here. We're 15 in. But hey, like I said, I know there's going to be further developments the next time we talk again, and we'll have an AMA. We'll bring you guys back on. We're super pumped to have you guys as a partner. Just as you can see, David's been active in the chat. He loves comics. He loves the lore and all that stuff that you bring to life in these comics. So I just want to say, Preston, thank you very much for stopping by today. Really appreciate it. It's kind of a last. I think we were literally talking this morning.
Yeah.
This morning we were talking like, hey, how about coming on the channel for the live AMA? I'm like, all right, let's make it happen.
Well, I'm glad the storm didn't take out my power and I was able to make it.
Yeah, stay safe with that storm going through there in your area there in the U.S. So I hope you stay safe, stay warm. Again, thanks very much for stopping by. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm buzzing off.
Bye-bye now. Thank you.
Bye.
All right. Well, what do you think, John?
Well, there's a lot to take in because you'd agree with me when I say for us it's new information. So I'm still absorbing it myself. But you've got the avatars, you've got the comics, you've got the Animus, you've got all the plans that they've got for the new year as well. Going into the new year, you've got the substantial stake that TCG's got in their company. I mean, that's just me giving the news in brief. So we weren't going to do that in 5 minutes, were we? So 15 minutes is still not enough really to go over everything. It's a really good partnership.
There's a ton to unpack, and John, I get we're getting an echo, I guess. Maybe take down your audio a little bit on your side, but
okay.
Yeah. But guys, let's get moving in the program here. So we do have some updates about Sandstorm. Sandstorm has been working their tail off for us. There's quite a bit that they are doing for us right now. As you see in the updates, their Twitter is very active about the different sprints that they're doing for us. And it's going to be in a continued push for us going into next year in 2023. But I wanted to show some information about the Dragon tiers. For those that have read the Dragon white paper, and what dragons are all about is a main stage element into the world. But Dragon tiers, I wanted to show some images here, John, of what the tiers are going to be looking like, and also the scale of these tiers for each of the different types of dragons, basically, right? So you have your tier 1, which is just on plot, right? And you have your tier 2, which is your pet one, and then tier 3 is your fighting one, your battle one, and then your tier 4 is your, as we all have seen in alpha, is your flying dragon. So curious on your thoughts on these images of what Sandstorm is cooking up for us about these dragons.
Well, what we're not seeing here is the different colors. I think have we got that information as well somewhere, or?
No, I didn't have that yet, but yeah, they're also working on that piece of the art. Yeah, this is just great.
Colors. But we've got the house dragon, which just stays on your plot. You've got the pet dragon that follows you around. You've got your fighting dragon, which we don't know the details, but will allow you to battle, and you might be able to battle other things. And then you've got your flying dragon, which is very self-descriptive, and it's what a lot of people in alpha have been able to enjoy, which is the ability to just literally hop on a dragon and take off and fly around the map in a faster way, and you can get around faster. I know that flying dragons are the one that a lot of people are wanting. I myself want to know more about the fighting dragon. I want to know, what kind of battles it can get involved in. And a lot of people, just because of the free mints that they've allowed us to do, the general amount that people hold if they haven't got rid of any are 5, and you need 4 to be able to get the fighting dragon. So I'm wanting detail on that. So I'm excited about the flying ones, the fighting ones, but also as well, we don't know a lot about the house dragon and the pet dragons and what the benefits of those will be.
It's been pretty quiet. Yeah, been focused on battle and the flying one, obviously, right? But yeah,
but I'm sure Dave will add some kind of elements to those as well.
We've got Blazin saying, yes, please, I'll take one of each. Of course. Collect them on Dragon Cave Club NFT. And thank you, Roy, has just put the link in OpenSea for these dragons. So as we said before, that's the only way to get yourself a dragon in the world. Okay, so you have to own those NFTs. And we're not going to get into too much of the dragons as far as the white paper goes. We've done it on previous AMAs, so I encourage you to go check it out on the TCG YouTube channel. But speaking of avatars and such, as we were talking about the Cyber Hornets one, for example, John, I know that the artwork that Mike Miller has helped us out with, the thing we've mentioned before is Sandstorm is helping us on getting these all brought to life in the world, right? And there's so much art there and great inspiration. So I have a slideshow of various sprites that you may have seen in the Telegram. Some who aren't in the Telegram, this is maybe the first time you're seeing these images. And there's various stages of evolutions of these sprites. And these are what Sandstorm is working over the next year to help us bringing these into world. And so you can capture these and evolve them and also enjoy the gamification of TCG World. So, John, maybe your reaction of some of these images that we're showing right now is these different sprites in their 2D form.
Again, I mean, seeing them in color, we've got different, I mean, you can see there are different colors that are coming up of each one. You've got, the leveling between different evolutions. I call them families. But they are actually one type of monster that then evolves into another one, then it evolves into another one. So we're assuming that they'll have more special skills as they go up the ranks. I'm just looking at the artwork as well. So I'm excited. It's all the unknowns, basically. We don't know what they'll do yet, but we know we've been catching them in alpha, and a lot of people have been able to evolve them in alpha and see all the artwork and all the animations, but these will keep on improving because of the relationship that we've got with Sandstorm.
Yeah, and just a quick service announcement, like what Sandstorm is all about. It's just an extension of our studio, right? So those that know, we have a full-on studio. They're all on our About Us page. There's various developers on there noted. And so our studio is working on creating this massive, massive world, the largest open 4K metaverse that in my mind will ever exist, but is currently existing right now. And so they're helping us with more of the in-game items, right? So, and just David Evans did just, thank you very much. He did just mention it's not so much over the next year. Their focus on sprites is over the next 2 months. So this is a main focus for Sandstorm to help us getting these sprites all loaded up in the world so you can catch them all, just like Pokemon, right? So, so that is the Sandstorm efforts that are going on right now. So yeah, sprites, and more sprites coming. Be prepared. It's happening. All right, John, let's move on in the program. We have the sprite capture leaderboard to talk about. And you're a big fan of capturing sprites. So maybe as I pull up the leaderboard, we have week 6 that's out there right now. I'll pull that up, but maybe talk about this point right now.
Yeah, I've got to call out the effort and time that people are going in to alpha. I think I catch a lot of sprites, but I don't go anywhere near the numbers that are showing on the leaderboards that are coming out every week. And the information that we've been given, and I don't want to jump ahead, PJ, unless you want me to.
No, go ahead.
But
let's talk about it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, we've got the confirmation as to that each week we're going to have 10 winners. The person who's in first place, who's caught the most sprites, will get a legendary vehicle. And the 2nd to 10th place will get epic vehicles. So it's worth doing, going into alpha, testing the game, giving us feedback, because the feedback we do take on board. And sorry, just a second.
Yeah. So, right. So we haven't mentioned yet what the prizes are going to be. We said there will be prizes. David's made that promise to us. So we finally got the information. You guys know that we've talked about vehicles being a big thing about getting around the world. So guess what? You're going to get rewarded by receiving vehicles as compensation for your efforts. So they are going well received and well noted. So stay tuned on that. We need our vehicles to then be NFTs on chain in world to have this all happen. So stay tuned for that date when that will happen in the future. But just so you know, we talked about mystery boxes in the past. So keep tuned to the AMA. That's all I'll say on that. But yes, you'll be getting vehicles compensated.
Just to say, I thought it was my end, but we're getting in the chat as well that the stream is buffering.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's coming up in chat as well. I thought it was me, but it's everybody as well.
Let me check.
It's back on now. Right now, it's okay. But yeah, a few people have been saying it's been freezing. It's in chat, and as I say, I thought it was me, but it seems to be generic.
Interesting. Okay.
Yeah, it seems to be okay now, so we'll continue.
Okay.
Chat, can you confirm? Does it seem okay right now? We understand that there's just been a bit of buffering.
Yeah, sometimes YouTube will act up.
Yeah, we'll continue then.
How's it now, guys? I'm checking the chat.
Yeah, the chat. Well, let's put it this way: the video looks okay. It'd be great if the chat can confirm.
Okay, it's now
fine now.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's fine.
Thank you, Bella.
Okay, we'll continue.
Okay, great.
But yeah, I was alluding to the fact that yes, we are going to be giving out prizes. So it's worth going into alpha, doing some testing, giving us feedback because we like the feedback, as well as the fact that we'll reward you as well for sprites that you catch. And if you get onto the leaderboard, there's some high numbers on there, but it's all worth going for. Then please get in there and do it.
Perfect. Excellent. And so let's take a look at the next item on our agenda here. So moving on here, we just reemphasizing, we have a winner of each week. It's going to be 10 winners, right? And this is all kind of what you just laid out already, John. So I'm just kind of rolling through the materials here. But let's talk about the TCG Advent Calendar, okay? This has been going on. We're on the 23rd day now. I just want to give a shout out to Roy. The Sprite Report has been leading the charge on this. Thank you very much, Roy. I know that's a ton of work that you're putting into that, and we are very appreciative of all that you're putting in. But over the whole 25 days of the Advent Calendar, there will be plots given away each day. Okay, so as you've seen, we are on day 23 now. So we've put up 23 plots. There'll be a couple more here until we get to the end of this 25 days of giveaways. But yeah, we want to just first thank very much all our partners that have been participating in this as well. Those are the Cyber Hornets, the Matic Grays, and Pi Protocol. Thank you very much for your contributions. It's been super helpful, and I think everybody is very appreciative of this giving time of year. And so thank you guys for doing that. And then also with the Advent Calendar I want to thank the Metabit Bros. Those two boys have been doing an amazing job early on in their content creation career. So keep it up, guys. And Corey, great father, fantastic job with those boys and keeping them incentivized to keep moving along and pushing along. I've been watching them as a content creator myself, and I'm extremely impressed on how fast they are learning how to do content creation and editing. So hats off, my Santa hat off to you, Metabit Bros. Keep it up. We appreciate the content you're giving us here at TCG World. And then also our TCG socials, John, have been absolutely on fire due to this. And it's thank you very much for everybody who's been pushing the socials. And this is all how we get the word of mouth out there. This is how we do it. Our TCG Twitter social is very active. Our Facebook, very active. And those socials have been absolutely on fire, John. Our TCG Twitter account has gotten over 2,000 followers in 3 weeks? Like, that's amazing. Like, that's amazing in a bear market. Come on.
It's just gone mental. I mean, I think Dave as well. I don't want to jump ahead, but Dave.
Oh, yeah, Dave.
Gained over 300 followers, I think it was. Yeah, 300 followers.
Yeah.
It's weird. Ever since the beginning of December, it's just blown up. So it's a great end to the year. to find that we're not on the decline. It's the complete opposite. We're starting to get lots and lots of visibility. We promised the community that we would do that as well, that we would improve how many people know about TCG World, and the numbers speak for themselves.
And this doesn't cost us anything, guys. Like, the investors watching this right now, this is free marketing, basically. We're pushing our socials. We're getting the word out. You're all engaging in the tweets. You're all engaging in the Facebook posts. You're all engaging in Instagram, TikTok, all the socials. You as holders and followers are what's helping us get the word out. And this is free, and it doesn't cost the project anything. So thank you very much again for all your participation in this advent calendar. It has been extremely successful, and it's going to pay dividends when the bull market returns. Trust me on that. Okay. Not financial advice. Just saying. Okay. So, yeah, let's talk about, real quick, the Illuvium. I can't keep saying that thing.
Oh, no, don't.
Do you do the same thing? It's a tongue twister. Illuvium. Yeah. They partnered up with us on one of their advent calendar days, which was fantastic, John. So I'm going to share that actual, that day here. But you participated, right?
I didn't, only because, as you know, I've been away, busy on other things, such as being abroad without an internet connection. So I actually said from the beginning, I want to help with the beta testing. I want to play the game early, but it'll be wasted on me with a pass. So I gave my pass to someone else.
Yeah.
So I'll have to wait a bit longer.
But this was a strong push by TCG to offer up some in-game assets and also some TCG coin to the winners of this giveaway. And here they are. Here are the winners. The TCG Twitter account did post these. So they got $250 worth of TCG2 tokens, Cave Club NFT, Silver Plot, Gold Plot, Platinum Plot, even for that matter. I mean, these folks are really happy this holiday season as to win this day 15 of this Illuvium. And then Illuvium has a ton of followers. If we take a look at this, they have 353,000 followers, folks. This was huge exposure for TCG World to be a part of this. So I just want you to all remind yourselves about this event that took place. And also I want to thank Jace Falkenberg, our Chief Gaming Officer, for partnering up with Illuvium on this and getting our spot on that calendar, because it was great exposure for us, John, right?
Massive. I mean, it's a collaboration. They benefit, we benefit, and moving forwards as well, we're going to continue having that kind of collaboration with them. It can only be a good thing. So, yeah, watch this space. We will be doing more things with Illuvium, and they'll be doing more things with us.
Perfect. And moving on in the program here, we have a quick update about TCG2 token staking. And we have a new 30-day staking pool. Believe it was Sunday, John, was it?
Started Sunday, I think it was, last week. The new 30-day pools for BSC and Ethereum chains. It's worth having a look. Go to TCG.World, look for the staking page. And if you've got TCG Coin, make it work for you. We're going to have loads of utility when TCG World comes out, but in the meantime, you might as well have it working for you if you've got any spare.
Absolutely. And if you're in these staking pools, the 30-day ones, just so you guys know, you'll want to go in and get in there and unstake from the expired pools and get into these new staking pools, whichever pool you want to choose from, if you're continuing to stake your coins, because they're not doing any work for you in those expired pools. And in fact, I have a statistic here. Last I checked, there was over 2 million coins still in these expired pools worth over $100,000 as today's trading price. So that's a lot of money just sitting there idle. If you want to keep it staked, go to the website, tcg.world/ I think it's staking, but definitely, as John said, go to the top tab.
Roy's posted it in chat, aka the Sprite report. There's the link.
Let me highlight that. Yeah, it is /staking. Thank you, Roy. TCG.World/staking is the official website page, and go and get in there and ensure you're in an active pool as well. So those coins work for you. Great, John. So I have a video now about the new user interface. And this is, folks, just so you know, it's subject to change, right? Again, as you guys know here on the AMAs, what we try to do is give you some inside track looks of what the development team is working on, the studio, what they're working on really hard for us. And so I'm really excited. David and team, and they all gave me the heads up that this is okay to show. Again, I want to just preface, these are this is a board of kind of like, these are the concepts that they've already mocked up and they've drawn up these. And I think this is already in development right now. So I don't want to get into too much as far as like when this will be shown and when this will be available. But I did want to show this video to give you an idea, John, right? We want to give everybody an idea of what's coming. Yeah.
Yeah, do you want me to start talking over it, or do we just let the video do the talking and see what the community wants to ask at the end of it?
Let's do the latter. Let's cut away and let's digest afterwards. All right, guys.
Cool.
Let's take a look. Pretty neat developments happening, right, John? I like it. I like it a lot.
Yeah. Well, it's new. I mean, people have played the game, but not everyone, but a lot of people have said that we need to make it a bit more gamified on the menus. And looking at these new pictures, I'm excited to see. I mean, for instance, the sprite information with the attributes of the sprites. I mean, I'm looking at the chat right now. Has anyone got any comments regarding anything that stands out?
We're just getting a lot of, oh, nice, very awesome, hot, cool stuff. Very, very nice. We got some flame emojis here and there. These improvements are much needed, says the Sprite report.
Completely agree.
Absolutely. Fire video to warm us up during the holidays, says Preston. Hey, Preston, I see you in the chat now. Yeah, this is definitely some killer developments, and it's so much softer, right? The user interface, like we say, it's just much more softer of a tone than what we have right now in alpha, and it just shows to you just how much progress is being made behind the scenes, right? To get this to be a super gamified experience for everyone when they get in the world.
It's definitely going in the right direction. It's all being fleshed out, and we're building. That's the message. We are building. We're not standing still.
One question: were the cards from Thousandaire? They look epic. The artwork on those, the Sprite cards, I think, is what they're referring to. Says Dan or Dean. Dan? No, Dan.
Yeah, they're placeholders for when we get the final designs via internal devs, the Sandstorm dev. So what we'll do is we'll put every single sprite will end up having its own attributes page, evolution page. Bless you, PJ.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So that's what's coming. Okay, stay tuned to that. But let's talk about the new build. Speaking of the user interface, let's talk about the new build coming. We say 3.0.0, but it could be 3.8.1 when it drops. Just know it's 3.8 point something. I should have just put an X there, I guess is what I should have done there. But this is coming, John, right? So we've got some features. I'm just going to roll these out here. Maybe talk about them with us. That'd be great if you could.
Yeah, no worries. As always, there's going to be new features and then bits of optimization and a few fixes. So first of all, we've got the post-process and graphics updates, the 3D imposters, which is a fancy way of saying that every single tree, for instance, has got a near version and a far away version. Then you've got
Right.
bits in between. That's what the imposters are. You've got the
Mhm.
arcade car physics, which will end up feeling a bit more arcadey when you're driving cars, and the NFT sync on the chain, which alludes to the mystery boxes and the cars becoming NFTs. With the vehicle camera system, instead of it having 2 levels of zoom, it's going to have 3 levels of zoom. So that's, again,
Like that.
community
I like
feedback,
that.
because people wanting that.
Yeah.
The rings as well will then be collected in the world, which is something that we promised in the previous version, but it's coming in this version. And then we've got just general fixes. So
So
we had a bug on the dragon, that's been fixed, on the camera positioning. The sprites used to stop vehicles and could actually push cars. Now they run away from vehicles. There's a user interface pop up at the start of the game. There's a fix so that you can't use the sprite radar while you're in a vehicle. There's reduced GPU weight in the main menu, because I think anyone who's played Alpha will know that when you're choosing your avatar, your PC fan starts kicking off. So that's a bug that's been fixed. And then the logs are smaller and clearer, and that's the logs regarding the data that's collected when we're doing things, so that the dev people can work out the issues and then fix them quicker. I
yeah, I
rattled
think
through them very quickly there, by the
yeah,
way. I
you
apologize
did,
if
and
that was a bit.
we're taking a look at the chat too. Anybody has any questions about this? I know one question
Yeah.
that's come through is about when, which we love that question, and on the AMAs, when.
Yeah.
This is, I think it's any day now, guys. So the development team is just working on some fine tuning, experience optimization and such for these updates. But yes, it is going to be any day now. So stay tuned for that. It'll be going into the plot owner chat again for those who want to download and play the game. And so just so you guys know, a couple things I want to point on to here. So we talked about the capturing of sprites and the leaderboards. Things are going to get more difficult now. Okay. So we are week 6. I think we've announced the leaderboard. So we're on week 7 now. So things are going to get more difficult. You're not going to have thousands of rings to choose from. I believe the way they're going to set this up is you need to now find these rings in the world, then capture the sprites with those rings that you found. So this is increasing the gamification in the complicated space of going after these sprites. So yes, wanted you guys all to know that that's a big change that's coming. So be ready for that. And thank you, Sprite Report said, no wasteful throws. Make sure that every aim counts. So if you're in the world right now, maybe keep working on those skills. Those aiming skills are available in 3.5.8. The new aiming feature will be what you'll see in this new build that's coming. So when you see that that you don't have thousands of rings anymore, it's because you need to go find those rings now in the world, and they're going to be scattered throughout, and you go pick them up and you throw them, right? So that's how that's going to work. So getting it to be more complicated, I think that's a big highlight. Also on the cars, cars are big, right, John? So the idea that we're going to have like an arcade view, I love that. Like I don't know about you, but I think you were about the same generation as me, but maybe not. I don't know. But I remember the coin arcades, right? The quarter arcades, going around and playing those arcade mode for these games.
Are you going to talk about Outrun? Is that where you're going now?
I didn't want to say anything, John.
Because you ask, am I the same generation as you?
No.
If we both take our Santa hats off, the audience will see that we're the same generation.
Yeah. That's what, I'm gonna keep mine on. So yeah.
But yeah, I remember just basically simple gaming, because we did have a decision to make. Do we go for simulation driving like Gran Turismo? Do we go for arcade feel? And what we realized very quickly was people want to just jump in and do things easily. I don't want to be wanting to get to a festival and worry about kind of like, have I got my car in the right gear?
Yeah.
Am I spinning off the track, etc., because I'm going too fast around a corner? So it's simplification. So we've made it a lot more arcadey, which, as you say, just the fun factor rather than the getting it perfect factor. And hopefully the community will agree with that. We want to keep it as fun and accessible as possible when it comes to driving.
We're getting some questions too, John, and we'll try to answer these the best we can. But yes, Joyride, that is correct. Free rings won't be in your inventory is what we're understanding. And it's now you have to find them in the world. Okay. So that is a change that's coming up here. This is how we're going to create gamification. It's not just you get the freebies, right? But again, we have a marketplace. So I don't know what's going to happen there. Like, these rings might be of value, right? So who knows? We'll see. But I know David's very creative, and so is Jace with the gamification. So who knows what we do with these rings? But all we know right now is we're testing now the fact that you have to go collect these rings in the world, and you have to be really good about your precise on that aim to make sure you don't have any wasteful throws. We have another question here, John. Do we know where the rings are going to appear? This is from Odin's Beard.
The quick answer is we know the one-liner that the rings will appear in the game, and then you'll need to collect them. We have not yet, as moderators, as part of the management team, been able to play this version yet. The devs are testing it, and they'll make sure that it's definitely stable enough for us to play. But the things that I'm thinking about is that they will just be randomly in the same places as the wildlife are and the sprites are. I don't know if it's going to be that you collect one ring at a time, or when you see a ring in the distance and you collect it, you get 10 rings or 100 rings per collection. All these things we'll find out in due course. But as soon as we know, then we'll know, and we'll let people know. But by then, everyone who's got alpha access will have alpha access, and you'll be able to see for yourself.
These are all great questions. Yeah, these are all great questions. We got one about the multiple or in a single. We're going to find out soon. Yeah. Sorry, we're giving you this late breaking information. It's literally the last 24 hours we found out about this new build and what's coming. So, but yes, folks, I want to get going here on the rest of the program, because we do have another special guest coming on here in a bit. But we have some giveaways to do first. So let's go ahead and talk about those giveaways. John, let's, I know there's a lot of questions in the chat. We'll try to open up the Telegram for additional conversation afterwards, but we still have a lot to cover here on the AMA. So I want to get through the program so we don't go too long in the tooth here. But John, we do have some giveaways to do. One of which Jace had just told me about this week, John. Apparently there was a Project Nightfall holiday card last year of this time. I wasn't quite as active in the project back then, but maybe you recollect. But it was a holiday card where you bought a card, I believe, and you got entered into a giveaway. So yeah, do you remember this, John, back then?
Yeah, I do. And that was literally it. It was first of all, Project Nightfall, an amazing project. They do a lot of charity work. So the idea was that we buy a Christmas card. The amount that you donated went to charity, and also as well you got entered into a prize. But not all the Christmas cards were sold, so therefore the actual contest never came to a close, and people kept asking about it. And it got to the point of where people were opening Easter eggs and asking about it, and it was a Christmas thing, and we were thinking, well, what do we do? Well, Christmas has come around, so we're going to tie it off and say, right, the people who entered, we're going to put them into a draw, and that draw is happening. Is it happening now?
It is going to happen right now. And I understand that when you bought multiple cards, you get multiple entries. So folks, that it's not like you just get one entry into the drawing. So those who bought multiple holiday cards in this giveaway contest, it was a great cause that the funds went to, by the way. They raised funds. I think, John, it was a hurricane or tsunami in the Philippines or something.
It was a long time ago now. Pretty much 365 days ago. So I don't want to guess because I'll get it wrong.
I know.
It was a good, genuine cause, though. I remember at the time. So I'm really glad that actually we're able to go back to this, because it raises the awareness again of the things that Project Nightfall do. They do help people in that kind of situation.
And we're first to admit, hey, we missed this one. We should have did this giveaway a lot sooner. We didn't. We get really busy here, but this is us owning up to it, and we're going to do the giveaway right now. So this is for a free gold plot of land. I believe it's a regional plot, TBD on which region you'll get from the devs. But let me go ahead and load up the wallets right now that have all been eligible. So let me share my screen here, John. Okay, we've got the fantastic TCG Metaverse Wheel of Fun. The wheel
looks like a DJ Slipmart.
What's that?
Looks like a DJ Slipmart, on a record player.
Yeah, yes, exactly, yes. But here I go. I'm going to go ahead and paste all the entries in here. There they go. It's an eye chart for sure. But as you can see here, all of the wallets are loaded in here. Those are multiple entries is because you bought multiple cards, so you get multiple chances of winning. So Yeah, so let's go ahead and spin this wheel. Good luck to everyone. And the winning wallet is...
Are you going to read it out?
There it is. I don't know whose wallet this is, but you are now going to get a gold plot sent to you. We will not DM you. Don't trust anybody who DMs you about potentially winning anything. Stay safe. We will send a note out about the winner for this, and you'll DM our socials for claiming your prize. Okay. So I think actually on this one, John, I think we can just airdrop it, right? We have the wallet and everything now.
We should be able to airdrop this, yeah. If anything, we can't DM them based on this information, not via the way that we would normally DM people, and we wouldn't DM people anyway. So as I can't stress this enough, what PJ's just said, if anyone DMs you in any shape or form, ignore them. We will just airdrop this to you because we can. Because we've got your wallet address.
We have the wallet ready to go.
By, but if you don't hear anything though in the next, I'll say 7 days. Give us 7 days. Hopefully we'll do it sooner than that. Then reach out in chat, and then one of our moderators will help you. But please, 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 ignore any DMs or anything like that. Anything malicious. Yeah. And by the way, if you need to DM me, DM me.
There you go. We got a lot of congrats. We have congrats wallet person. Congrats wallet person. Whoever you are. we are true to our word about these giveaways we do, folks. So I just wanted to get that one out of the way. But if we get back to the materials, we do have another giveaway to do. As you guys know, we had a contest in the Telegram that was going on, which was a contest related to the FIFA World Cup. Okay. And it was John, you were close to this one. I was watching, and then USA got kicked out, and I quickly lost interest, but I know there's a lot of avid football fans in our community who are watching this tournament very closely. But we had a contest. Maybe talk about the contest as I load everything up here, okay?
Right. Well, first of all, it's football, and I'm from England, so I was watching it more avidly than other people. Kind of lost a little bit of interest after we lost against, I think it was France. But hey ho. But yeah, the Argentina game, it was amazing. The final, should I say. It was one of the best matches I think anyone who's into football or soccer would agree. It was one of those top 10. Yeah, for me, it's like top 5 matches. It was brilliant. Went to extra time, then went to penalties. Excellent. Really, really good match. I'm looking in chat. Did anyone watch it? No? Or is it just... It was just me and a few other people.
I think there were a few people who watched it, yeah.
But yeah, it was an amazing match, the final. Yeah, and that's basically what we're saying. We're saying Argentina won. And whoever predicted Argentina was going to win via the quiz that we did, it's not a quiz, it was more a voting poll.
Yeah.
We're going to reward those people who predicted it correctly with going into a draw.
So here we go. What were the rules of this? I think we have 2 drawings to do, and in the content we have 2 prizes to give away, right?
Yeah. The reason being is we said the words were who's going to win the World Cup.
Okay.
See the below groups, choose one.
Okay.
And the way it was written was, it was if you were going to say who won each group, the knockout stages.
Yeah.
So I myself and a few other people, I think the majority of people, chose the winner of each group, who would be the best out of each group, when actually the question we meant was who's going to win overall, i.e. Argentina won. So what we're going to do is, because so many people got the poll so confused, because it was our wording, to be fair, that confused things. We're giving out 2 prizes, which is to say who at least mentioned Argentina and who just answered 1 question rather than answering all 8 questions. Hopefully that makes sense.
A lot of words, but I think
a lot of words.
We're going to give away a plot of land to everybody who this is for, John, it's for who picked Argentina.
Yeah,
right?
And who also answered other polls as well. Who was going to win the groups? So, for instance, England won one of the groups, kind of thing.
Okay. So there's more people who got those answers correct. So we have a gold farm that's going out to those holders, those persons who participated in that. And I have the list in a spreadsheet that you sent to me, John. And don't worry, folks, we took John out of this. He bowed out as being part of the team, although he did participate. But yes, so for folks, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here. Let's go ahead and do this.
Shout out to Ron, by the way, who I agree, yes, you're right, wording is not my game. And I'll say I'm even worse at football.
So here are all the people who participated. Okay, this, I believe, is their name and Telegram, John?
Yeah, it's their name as what they call themselves in Telegram, and their @ name as well, just for the sake of making sure that we can contact them in Telegram.
Great. So we will put an announcement out for these winners, and we'll ask you to DM us as a team member to get this put into your hands. As far as the prize goes, we'll need to collect your wallet. But this is for the gold plot of land, regional plot of land. So let's go ahead and hopefully everybody, let me take a look at the chat. You all see, hopefully you see your names in there and you're good to go. John, we're good to go, right?
Yeah, looking good.
Okay. All right, let's spin the wheel. Let's go. Good luck, everyone. I hope you win. Good luck for your plot of land. Gold plot of land is going to Steve the Dragon. Unknown.
There you go. So well, a few people haven't got their @ name visible on Telegram. So Steve the Dragon, if you've already got a conversation ongoing with one of the moderators, one that you trust, then send them a DM and then we'll take it from there.
That's
if you
right.
want to DM me, you can do it that way as well. But we don't know what your @ is, so therefore we can't contact you. And again, if anyone DMs you first, ignore them.
Ignore them. Yeah, it's probably bad. Like, so if anybody's trying to be us administrators or our moderators or anybody at the team trying to DM you first on these prizes, please ignore that DM. Okay. Reach out to us, one of those trusted ones, as John said. Okay. That you usually work with. So we have those giveaways behind us now. But I think we have a special guest that we're going to be bringing on. That's why I have this block here. We have two, not just one. We had Preston from Cyber Hornets and Web3 Comics, but we also have another special guest, John, that's going to be joining us.
Yeah, I keep glancing at the green room. There's nobody in there yet.
Okay.
Yes, I don't want to spoil who the surprise is, but can you sort yourself out? Who you know who you are? I mean, he's actually in chat as well, ironically.
Well, I mean, I do have one more giveaway to do, and that is for those who got Argentina correct. But I'm hoping that we can get our special guest here in the green room so we can get him. I already said to he. Get him up on stage to talk about some extremely exciting news, everyone. We have still more to unpack. We're getting near to the end of our AMA here, and we're going to do this one last giveaway, and then we're going to hopefully shift over to our special guest to bring him on stage and talk about some really interesting updates.
The green room's looking a bit busier now.
Okay. All right, good. Let's get him all situated, John. I'm going to do this last giveaway. This is for the folks that actually got the answer correct about who's going to win it. Argentina, aka the team led by the GOAT, Messi. And here those folks are.
Yeah.
Here you
so
are.
To be clear, the first one that we just did was where people answered correctly for Argentina, but also answered correctly for lots of unrelated polls for unrelated groups. You're only allowed to choose one group. So this is where they chose once, they got it right, and that's why the list is shorter.
And the prize is going to be a Dragon Cave Club NFT, just so you guys know.
Wow.
This is, so if you're into dragons, you're going to like this prize. All right. So these folks, here we go. We're going to click this to spin. Good luck to all of you. And I hope you win. Here we go. And the prize for the Dragon Cave Club NFT goes to, looks like Eddie Birmingham. Congratulations at Eddie BHX. You are the lucky winner of a Dragon Cave Club NFT. Congratulations. Okay. Do we? We got some movement in the green room. Hold up, folks. Hang on one second here. Let me go grab him. Let me bring him into the chat here. 1 second. Should we ask for any guesses?
Well, yeah, well, somebody's already said that they think it's going to be Dave.
It's a C-level individual. We'll say that.
Sea
We'll leave it
level.
at that. All right. Let's get going here. Who is it? Let's see who's knocking on our door. There he is.
It's not Messi.
There he is. How you doing, Jace?
Oh, hello.
Hello.
Hello, everyone.
Man. Hey, it feels like just 2 weeks ago we were doing this again, Jace.
It does. Deja vu.
Deja vu indeed. I'm glad we got you on stage here. We got some exciting news to unpack here, folks. So let me just get away with this quick. That's just for sample purposes to hear on the materials here, folks. But that is what we had. But Jace, we've got some amazing updates, man. So why don't you just unload, man? Let's go.
All right. So I know everyone's been dying to hear some news about the vehicles. I'm here to break the news. So what I'm going to do first is actually just explain a little bit about the process behind the vehicles, what they are, what the purpose of each rarity and everything. So I'll go through that first, just so you sort of understand what's behind each vehicle, and it gives it a bit of meaning. So we have 6 different rarity types. We got the mythic, which there's only ever going to be a maximum of 10. Then we got the legendary, there's only ever going to be a maximum of 100. For the epic, there's only ever going to be a maximum of 1,000. For the rare, there's only ever going to be a maximum of 10,000. For the uncommon, I'm going down in order, by the way. For the uncommon, there's a maximum of 50,000. And for the common, we can go up to unlimited. So there's no limit on that one. It's all dependent on supply and demand, basically. But for our first launch of vehicles, I'm not going to say the name of this launch yet. I'm going to leave that a bit of a surprise. But every time we launch a vehicle, we basically bring in a new dealership. So it's a manufacturer's name, and they come into TCG World with their own dealership, and they have their own rarities. So the first lot will be 4 modern roadsters. So they'll be a mythic, legendary, epic, and rare. There'll be 10 mythic, there'll be 100 legendary, there'll be 1,000 epic, and there'll be 5,000 rare. So they're the only ones that'll be minted at this stage. There won't be any more mythic, legendary, epic, or rare. Depending on how well these mystery boxes go, then we may launch the uncommon. We do have a backup for the uncommon, but they're not part of the mystery box. Okay, so I'll get into the mystery box now and what that entails. So for the first mystery box, I still won't mention the name of the mystery box, but it is the name of the manufacturer. But in this mystery box, there'll be a total of 6,110 mystery boxes available, which means there's 6,110 vehicles to collect. So each mystery box equals 1 vehicle. All right, and you've got a random chance of getting one of the 4 rarity types. So when you do purchase a mystery box, they'll be 50 BUSD. You get a chance at getting either a mythic, legendary, epic, or rare. So yeah, anyone has a chance. So if you're the first or the last, it doesn't matter. You still got a percentage chance of getting that mythic at any stage. So if you don't get it the first time, we'll go through it a little bit later, but there are options to purchase more mystery boxes at once. But yeah, really exciting. So I just wanted to break down the rarities for this mystery box, so that you get a little bit more of an understanding of how we're going to be launching them and the meaning behind it. So, and obviously once these mystery boxes are all sold out, that's it for this range. So
Hey, Jace, we got a question from Big Country asking about how much they're going to cost. mystery boxes?
Yes, $50.
Okay, 50 US dollars. Yeah.
50 US
Yeah, it'll be
BUSD. Yeah.
Okay, 50 BUSD. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
And
Do we have any other questions?
any other questions in the chat of what we just laid? There's a lot to unpack there.
Yeah.
We'll probably
We
do some
will
kind
go
of
through
write-up
it a
or
little bit
something, right?
more later, but
Yeah.
as long as people sort of get a rough idea of, you know, the mythic, there's only going to be 10. Oh, actually, I might go through the colors.
Yeah. Can we show those?
So
You want to show them?
no,
yet?
not yet. So the mythics are going to be the gold. Legendary is orange. Epic is purple, and rare is blue. So keep that in mind. Mythic, gold, legendary, orange, epic, purple, and rare, blue. Keep that in mind. We do have something very, very special to show you. I think PJ's going to bring that up, and I'll stay silent for a little bit.
Shall we show the?
Let's show it.
The video cards. What do you want to do first?
The vehicle video. Yep.
Okay, we have a video. Yes, exactly. Yeah, thank you, Jace. So we'll cut away to that, and then we'll get people's feedback of what they think when they see this. Pretty exciting stuff.
Woo!
Let's take a look.
Woohoo!
Dude,
Wow.
Come on, man. Come on. Let's hear it in the chat. Come on, guys.
Oh,
Come
let's
on.
get some hype. That is the first time we've shown the vehicle.
Roy's saying he wants to see it again. I
Yeah,
want to see it again.
show it again. He couldn't get enough screenshots.
Hey, Roy, I'll put this up on the TCG YouTube, man. So yeah, after this, it'll be a standalone video. It's too nice not to have. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I
Our
think
first
it'll be going
showroom.
up on Facebook in about 20 minutes as well. So
Oh, there you go. Excellent.
so grab it from there or from YouTube. So
We're getting a lot of hype in the chat, man. Everybody's really excited about it. Artur is saying, "I'll take a gold one, please." We've got,
I think everyone was going to be after the mythics, and there's only 10. Remember that there's only 10 mythics in the game for this range. So, and they do look fire. They look awesome. So Odin's beard's in there. He's probably excited with his pit stop guild.
Pit stop, yeah, the guild, yeah, exactly. Odin's beard says, "Wow, they look amazing." Wicked, the pit stop, the prime posse. Yeah, there you go, man. Everybody.
I'll give him a quick shout out as well. So anyone watching the stream right now, if you're not a part of the pit stop guild, make sure you head on over. If you don't know how to get in touch with them, there is a guild link in the Discord, or just reach out to one of the moderators and they'll provide you with the link to that. So, but yeah, very exciting. And I haven't shown anyone or told anyone about what they look like or anything. I remember about a month ago, we just showed, what the potential is that we're going to be developing. And in that time, we've been working behind the scenes to really spice it up and get these vehicles looking awesome. So it's going to create a lot of FOMO. That's for sure. I tell you what, I'm going to be getting a lot of FOMO as well, trying to get one of those legendary or mythics.
How do we say the name and the maker there?
Okay, so the Belia.
Belier.
Yeah, well, that's how I'm pronouncing it. But the studio might have a different way of pronouncing it, so everyone's probably going to have their own different way.
Well, now, Jace, that the cat's out of the bag, people now know it's Belier or Belair, whatever you guys want to call it. It's tomato. But we now have some images of the NFT cards. Can I pull those up now? Can we take a look at those in detail?
Yeah. So show the first four NFT cards first.
Can we go rare up?
Just in order. Yep, that's fine.
Okay, we'll start with the rare one first, the Octane here.
Yep.
There we go.
So
got it up on screen here for you.
Just going to refresh the stream so I can see it. Yes. So the first one is the Octane version. So this is a rare. So there's going to be a maximum of 5,000 of these ones, and its top speed is 200. So I'll go into a little bit more detail after we show all the NFTs on what each part of the NFT means. So we'll move on to the Epic.
Okay, I'll pull up the Epic here. The Perry T4.
Yeah. Well, I say the Parry T4, but Perry T4.
Okay.
Parry. Yeah.
Okay.
So this one's the Epic. And this one looks really cool. It's got some really cool designs on it, so I'm not going to give it out too much because this will be available in game. You'll be able to go visit and check it out for real.
250 miles per hour, huh? Whew.
So, and this one's 250. Yes,
we're getting up there.
Wow.
This is kilometers of miles per hour. I don't know. We got a global audience here.
Kilometers per hour.
Kilometers per hour. Okay, got it.
Yep.
And then the legendary.
So moving on to legendary.
Yeah.
Oh.
And this one looks really cool.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love the orange.
So this is the Furon.
That's got a spoiler as well.
And this one's got the spoiler. So it's been upgraded a little bit, a little better wheels and a little bit more of a sharp design and everything. It looks really, really nice. So I know people are going to really get excited driving around in one of those. And remember, there's only going to be 100 of these. So if you're cruising around or you see one of these cruising around, pretty exciting stuff. Run after it. See if you can get in the passenger seat.
if you can catch it at 268, clocking 268.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Good luck catching that one, unless it's a terrible driver like me. So
yeah.
How about the Mythic? Let's pull that one up.
So let's bring up the big one,
Oof.
the Mythic. So there's only going to be 10 of these in game, and this one has a spoiler as well. It's a nice gold color, and this one looks awesome. You've seen it in the video. Really, really cool. But to think there's only going to be 10 of these, geez, I tell you what. I'm almost thinking if I don't get one, I'm going to have to jump in that marketplace and buy one.
Available on the marketplace,
It could be. It could be. I tell you what, if someone does put it up there, it'll be very tempting. So, but there's only going to be 10 of these. So very, very cool.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yeah. Wow. So that's the Mythic. So
yeah. Where should we go from here, Jace?
So let's go to the explanation of the NFT cards. So we'll bring up the Mythic.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Here we go. Click the wrong one. Here we go. Yeah, the Mythic here explanation card. Yep.
Yes, there we go. So as you can see, that's the NFT card. And what I've done is I've broken down what each part is. So you've got your type of NFT. Obviously, this one's a car. You've got your rarity. Let me just bring it up on my screen as well so I can see it a bit better. So your rarity, obviously, this one, for example, is a mythic. Then one thing I haven't sort of explained is the vehicle type or the vehicle era yet. Okay, so I want to just save that for this NFT card. So the vehicle type is the type of vehicle. So there's roadsters, sedans, there's your sports, hatchbacks, and all that sort of stuff. So that's where the vehicle type comes into it. So that's explained on the NFT card. And then you've got the vehicle era. So, just like any era of vehicle, we have our own vehicle era as well. So this one's going to be a modern. As you can see with the vehicle design and everything, it's a modern design of the Roadster. So with the vehicle era, we have starting with the oldest range at this stage. We are going to be adding an ancient as well, but we've got antique and pre 1930. We got the vintage, which is the 1930 to 1960. We got the classic, which is the 1960 to 1980. We got the retro, 1980 to 2000. We got the modern, 2000 to 2030, which is the one you can see here, which is the Roadster Modern. And then we got the futuristic, which is 2030 and above. So that's where that little tag will come in. So it'll describe what type of era it is. So at the moment, we've got the modern Roadsters coming out. We'll have a whole range of different vehicle types and vehicle eras planned for the future. And there's going to be a lot of them. So it's really good to have that on the NFT. So when you have that NFT, you'll be able to know what type of vehicle you have and the vehicle era. And then obviously on the left-hand side there, you've got your top speed, horsepower, handling, and then your speed in from 0 to 100. And then
acceleration.
What's that?
Is that acceleration?
Yeah, so that's 4 seconds to get. It takes 4 seconds to get from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour. It takes 4 seconds. So that's where that one comes into it. And then you've got your mint, min, and max. So obviously with the mythics, there's going to be a maximum of 10, and you'll have one of those. So it'll be 1 out of 10. For the legendary, it'll be 1 out of 100, and so on. And then obviously our TCG World logo.
Hey, Jace, we do have some questions coming through the chat. Do you mind if we take some of these? Some good questions coming in here. One is, will there be a white paper for vehicles in the future, so it's easier to kind of follow along what's going on in the development side of things?
Yeah, so with the white paper, I can definitely try and put some sort of white paper together in regards to that. Yeah, so it's definitely something that we can work on. We do have a SOP for the vehicles, but that's more the studio design side of things and everything. But yeah, we could definitely get something put forward in the new year for a white paper, just to explain, you know, what the vehicle types are, the vehicle eras, and all that sort of stuff. So then obviously one thing I did miss on the NFT card was obviously the manufacturer, which in this case is the Belier, and the model is the Bueller. So so you have the manufacturer on the left and the model on the right. And as you can see in that video that we just showed beforehand, that was the manufacturer or the dealership. So that was our first manufacturer that came into TCG World. When the new build drops, that I guess like dealership will be in game somewhere. We haven't revealed the location just yet, but yeah, when the new build drops, that dealership will be in game. So pretty exciting stuff there.
Jason, another question: will we be able to upgrade and customize the vehicles?
Okay, so we're looking at engine customization, better wheels and things like that. So handling, traction, and all that sort of stuff. Maybe even increasing your speed and everything as well. We may, I don't want to give too much detail out, but we may release a range where you can change the paintwork and all that sort of stuff, and put your own custom paint on there. You won't be able to with these ones. These are a fixed paint work, but definitely the you know, the interior sort of upgrades and stuff like that we'll be looking at for modifications and all that, because I think that's a really cool thing when it comes to vehicles, is being able to mod them. You know, one of the things we're looking at as well is different types of horns, and different engine like revving and stuff. So you got your standard, but then you might add a turbo or something onto it, and then it's it sounds a lot gruntier. So a lot of things are in the works there, but yes, definitely it's going to be really cool with the customization of these vehicles and that. So
Okay.
one thing I will touch on when it comes to the vehicle color, though, for this range, what we don't want is for people to have a rare and then put a paint job on it that looks exactly like a mythic, and then people are driving around with a fake mythic. That's one thing that I did look into, and we need to stay away from when it comes to fully customize. That's why I've stated at the moment we're looking at the interior sort of stuff.
Okay.
And maybe even mags and things like that. But you still want to be able to identify the vehicle as it's driving around and go, oh, yep, that one's definitely, of this vehicle type and vehicle era.
Completely agree. If something's worth stealing, I should be able to see it from a distance.
Yeah, exactly. And it's more, you want it to be authentic, because when we allow people to create and design their entire vehicle body, like the paintwork, then they can design it however they like, and they can just copy different rarities. So that's the main reason behind that. It's more to keep authenticity within the world. So yeah, but when it comes to custom design and stuff, we may launch in the future a vehicle range where you'll be able to, get a custom paintwork or something like that with your branding. So it'll be focused more on businesses and things like that within the world that want to promote their business and everything like that. But yeah, when it comes to the majority of our NFTs that we're launching for the vehicles, they will remain the color that they come out in, whichever color we decide, what paintwork and all that sort of stuff. So
okay. Geez, we unpacked a ton, Jace.
Yeah, I know, it's a lot to get through, isn't it?
Yeah,
and there's still going to be a lot of questions after, I'm sure. So
after, I'm sure. I mean,
you
did
we'll
have
be
one
in
other video, Jace, about just. I know people wanting to know, like.
Oh yes, I actually forgot about the other video.
Yeah, I snuck an additional video in for you. I showed it to you this morning, but we're really excited to show you guys how to get a hold of one of these.
Yes, so this is the mystery box. I'll let you do the intro for it, but I am super excited for this as well.
We wanted to obviously explain all these, as Jace has done very eloquently here, and about how to get these vehicles, right? Is kind of the next step. Is like, okay, all right, how do we get all of them? Like,
how do we get them?
Like everybody's shaking right now, right? Like myself included. I want to get one. So we've mentioned in previous AMAs about the way it will be done is through 50 BUSD purchased on the TCG website. You will buy a mystery box, and through there, right, as we've already talked about how it unravels. So I want to go ahead and show you a demo video of actually how that works. And so let me just go ahead and cut away, and we'll come back and digest the feedback of what everybody thinks. So let's take a look at it, guys. excited, man.
How cool is that?
Dude, let me check the chat. I mean, come on, man. We were in the green room going like, take my money, Jace. Oh man, that's so cool. So cool. That's right, Crazy Lion. It is a crazy AMA. That's right, man. This is a lot to unpack, man. It's very exciting. The mystery boxes are coming to everyone soon. We'll keep you all posted on dates and stuff like that as that comes up. But we wanted to make sure we shared you as fast as we possibly can what this all. I mean, literally, I think it was Wednesday, Jace. We're like, okay, we're ready. Let's go. And so, guys, I mean, this is like late breaking right now. This news that we're dropping to you guys, huge bomb.
Yeah, and it would have been a huge shock for the majority of the community. They wouldn't have been expecting this. So we're still waiting for the latest build and everything to be stable before we actually set a date for the mystery boxes. Obviously, it's Christmas, New Year. It's a busy time of the year, so we are trying to push it before the New Year's Eve. But if we can't, it'll be very, very, very early in January. Another question I just saw in chat, PJ, was about the mystery boxes, if you can send them to other accounts. No, you can't. There are only tied. Oh, Dave's just messaged in chat there. They're actually tied to the account. So you have to open it. Once you open it and your vehicle is minted to your account, then you can transfer it across. But before that stage, you can't.
How about, Chase, maybe I don't know if we looked at this, but how about listing an unopened box on the marketplace?
No, you need to open them first.
You need to open it. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Got it.
Because the idea is you need to open it to get the vehicle, and then those vehicles you can put onto the marketplace. But the only way to get the mystery box itself is to purchase it for 50 BUSD through our marketplace on the little mystery box tab at the top. So that's the only way to get the mystery box.
Okay. Wow.
But I tell you what, like, I won't be just buying one mystery box because when you're a streamer, you kind of want to have the best. So I'll probably buy a couple hundred. I don't know.
A couple of hundred?
A couple thousand? Just to try and get that mythic, and I'm going to be very disappointed by the end of it if they all sell out and I am only left with like a few hundred rare and a couple dozen of the epics and no legendary or mythic. I'll probably have to go over onto the marketplace. Just a heads up for anyone that does get one and decides to put on the marketplace. They might be, I'm not going to speculate, but they might be well sought after. So
I know there's been just talk about the when and all that stuff. So Jace, I mean, one thing I was hoping that we can promise to the community at least is giving at least some good advance notice of when this drop is going to happen, when it's going to be available to everyone. We don't have to give a date, but at least can we give, because it's the holidays and all that kind of stuff, give people at least some ample notice that they know when this is going to become available for everybody on the TCG website. Yeah,
ideally, we probably want to give everyone at least a week, because what we want to do is send out a mass email notifying everyone. So if you get notifications on the TCG website, you can go into your profile and turn on email notifications. Make sure you have that ticked so that you get the email. We're going to send a bulk email out to everyone. Then what we're going to do is we're going to do a social media campaign as well to try and get the message out that the vehicles will be launching. So it won't be a rush thing where all of a sudden you got 2 days to prepare. We want to at least 1 week. So we are running out of time, at the moment. Ideally, I'd probably be looking at the first week or two of the new year, just to give, our devs, our team, and the community time to just chill out over Christmas, New Year's, and then come into the new year with some really exciting, groundbreaking vehicle drops. So I think that's probably going to be the way we play it at this stage. I know quite a few wanted the vehicles dropped by the end of this year, but I think even from an investor point of view, it's probably going to benefit a lot more of the community if we give enough time for everyone to, you know, open up the emails and then prepare so that they've got a date. Because this is one thing we don't want to sort of rush. Yeah. We want to, you know, get it out, you know, properly, and do a little bit of marketing as well across social media so that we can get some new people in as well to jump on board too. So very, very, very exciting. But yeah, I'd probably say very, very early January, maybe the first or second week at this stage.
I think it's great that we're going to just give people notice, and they're going to have time to prepare their funds and things like that, and also share, right? Share through the socials and explain what's coming. The amazing event that's coming.
One really cool thing in the meantime, while we are sort of building up to that mystery box launch, is the next build you'll be able to jump in and actually see these vehicles in the dealership. So you'll be able to go walk around and actually go check them out. You won't be able to jump in them, and you won't be able to go for a cruise, but they will be on show. And I tell you what, the dealership looks amazing. You've seen the video. We don't have any photos, do we?
Images of you in the dealership.
Awesome! You actually got them as well. So
I do, my friend.
All right, so
I do.
Yes,
let me pull let me pull them up. We could talk over them too. They're on a slideshow here. We can talk over them. Yeah.
Hey, there he is, suited and booted.
Yeah, so it's out the front, and this is inside. So there you can see the rare and legendary of the vehicles, and there's the epic and mythic. So yeah, that's me just cruising around in the dealership. And does anyone know how I did that image? Because there is a avatar there.
Oh, the one where it's just showing the car?
Mode?
Yeah.
Yeah. I wonder if this John or the Sprite Report, Roy, because they love hiding. They love doing photos with trying to hide their avatar. I wonder if they worked out how I hid. Show it again.
I'm assuming some kind of selfie mode or something.
And see if anyone can notice where my avatar is hiding in that image.
There you go.
Look at John. He's like he's looking right into it.
Oh, are you hiding behind that sign?
No. Well, I was. Okay, I'll break it to you. I cheated, so I edited myself out.
Oh,
okay.
Oh, yeah, I can actually see it as well. You've photoshopped yourself, haven't you?
Yeah, I was hiding behind the sign, and I'm like, oh, that's going to look a bit stupid. So what I'll do is I'll just edit myself out.
Yeah, I can actually see the white underneath the sign.
Sneaky.
You can see it. That's cheating. That's cheating. Jace, can you? A couple of people have asked, can people buy as many as they want of the mystery boxes? Can you cover off that everyone's going to have the opportunity to get as many as they want, but they are limited edition, aren't they?
Okay, so I will explain the process. Okay, so let's say you buy one and you get a rare. That's that one mystery box. So one mystery box equals one vehicle that you can potentially get, and you've got a chance at getting one of the 4 rarities. So either the mythic, legendary, epic, or rare. So if the first time you get a rare, and then let's say you buy another one, and then you get an epic, right? So obviously, the more that gets sold, the more chance you do have of getting a mythic or a legendary. It's all based on percentage, right? So if someone goes in, yes, you can purchase 100. I'm not sure the limit per mystery box. I'll have to confirm with the studio, but I do know that, you know, ideally someone just buy 6,110 mystery boxes. Well, you could, and then put them all on the marketplace. With the finger,
right? Yeah, to buy all those.
But yeah, we probably could put a limit, you know, like say 100 or something. so that it gives other people a chance of, getting them. But I can't see 6,110 being sold in one purchase. That'd be great for us. But yes, you can purchase, I guess, as many as you would like, within reason, like if you were to get 50 or 100 or something like that.
We're
but
not
yeah,
limiting them to people. We're not saying you can't have more than X, but there is an actual cut-off of, is it 6,110 in total?
Yeah, so in total, it's 6,110 because that's all that's available in this range. So yeah, if that explains it, we've got 6,110 vehicles available. One mystery box equals one vehicle that you get. So that's where that comes into it. But yeah, if you buy 1,000 mystery boxes, for example, your chances of getting a mythic or a legendary in that are quite high. You probably have a what are the percentages? You probably have like a 1 in 6 chance.
It sounds like Jace talking to himself, calming himself down. If you buy 1,000, Jace, then you.
I am actually talking about myself. I'm like, maybe if I buy 1,000, I've got a very high chance of getting a legendary.
I think that's a valid concern for the community who all want to be participating in this.
But we do, yeah.
So we want to probably put some type of like quantity limit. When you saw the demo of the buying, right? There's a quantity you can tick it up to however many you want. Like I feel like we should have something there as far as a cap. Like you can't just.
That's why I sort of said around 100. To allow people to at least get one as it goes along, because these will sell out quite well. But one thing I haven't talked about either is this is our first test for the next lot. So let's say they all sell out within 10 minutes, right? The next range we launch, we will have a mythic, legendary, epic, rare, and we'll probably add an uncommon. And that uncommon will be, what's the uncommon? I think it's like between 20 to 50,000 vehicles. So don't stress out if you don't get one of these initially, because the next vehicle launch that we do, based on this and how well this goes, we may, increase the rare ones to 10,000. So then there'll be 11,110 available for the next lot, for example.
And Jace, what people can expect is we'll have kind of the similar delivery we did today for the Bel Airs, right? Or Bel Airs. Is we'll have a showroom and it'll go into the world. People can look around, and then we'll have a launch date, and we'll have socials building up. And so, each maker manufacturer, right, will have another launch that will happen, and then those will go out the same way we're talking about right now for this one, right? The Bel Airs.
Yeah.
Right?
So the way we're going to do it is basically very similar to this. We'll launch the dealership first, live on AMA. And that'll be a huge surprise. So we won't really give too much detail about what it is or anything like that until we do the AMA. And then we'll give people a chance to go in-game for a couple of weeks. So at least 2 weeks to start getting it out into the community. We'll do an email and say, hey, jump into the world. There's a new dealership that's just launched or arrived in TCG World. So it gives everyone at least 2 weeks to jump in, check the vehicles out and go, oh, I really like that one, or I like that one. And, build a little bit of that FOMO. Yeah. And then we'll do the vehicle mystery box drop straight after that. And we'll probably do that after the following AMA, where you'll be able to give an exact date for that launch.
Perfect.
Perfect. So what we ideally want to do moving into next year when we do launch vehicles is give people enough time to get the emails, to get into the world, to check it out, and then have enough time to prepare, to sort out their finances and stuff, because $50 is quite a lot for some people. So giving it quite a few weeks notice is really good, so people can start budgeting and that to at least save up for that one mystery box, because even having one is going to be really awesome. And I know the pit stop crew are going to be so excited after this AMA. They're going to have so much to digest and talk about over the next week or two. So it's going to be a very jolly Christmas for them, I'm sure, and the rest of the community as well that loves cars.
The Sprite report, Roy, has done a nice friendly reminder to folks that maybe missed out on the Dragon NFTs when those were launched, the 10,000 collection. 4,000 of those dragons were minted in just under 2 hours. So yeah, FOMO is real around here at TCG World. We don't mess around. It's all top quality. You saw in those NFTs. I mean, we don't mess around here at TCG, and this is going to be an exciting drop when it happens. That mint is going to really be a nice one, Jay. So we're about an hour and a half.
I know we have gone over. I have noticed that. And one thing I will say is over the next day or two, we'll give people a few days to try and find the location, and then we'll put it on the map so everyone can jump in and go check out those vehicles. Because once we announce the location, that area will become basically the vehicle hub for launching all future dealerships. So if you're around that area, awesome stuff, because you can just walk straight over and go, oh, I'm going to check out all the dealerships. So that includes not just vehicles either. That can be for the bikes, it can be for the boats and all sorts. We got a lot planned for 2023. I tell you what,
23 is gonna be a fun year, folks. It's gonna be a wild oh yeah. Well, hey, one more. Hey, John, we've been asked to show off our sweaters. I saw that. Did you see that?
Do you want to go first? Or what?
I wish I was wearing a sweater. I've only got.
I know. So here's mine. It's I don't know if you can see.
Oh, the green screen's going.
The green screen's messing it up. Oh my gosh. But if you can kind of see, no, can't. Maybe not.
No.
Oh, now he's gone.
Gone.
He's gone completely.
It's I don't know. You can kind of see a little bit. It's my Santa spaceman. He's my Pj Krypto Santa, and he makes a noise to annoys people. So, how about John? You want to show your sweater off?
Let me just. Yeah, mine's a bit better. I've got.
There you go.
This, and also if you look, you'll see that it's actually 3D.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, Jason. I don't know in Australia if they do these hideous sweaters around.
Hey, you do have something similar like that. Yes,
it's kind of a thing out. But I want to end on a light note there. But yeah, guys, thanks very much for everyone who stayed around for this AMA. You could see it was well worth your time. We unpacked a ton of news for everyone. Jace, I want to thank you very much for stopping by. Also, Preston, who was here earlier in the day in the AMA, talking about the latest investment that TCG World made with Web3 Comics. And John Dixon back in the saddle again after taking some nice, well-deserved holiday. Gentlemen, any closing remarks before we let everybody go on their Christmas or their holiday break?
I'll just jump in and say I wish everyone a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year. Look after yourselves. Get excited for these mystery packs. I am super excited. I cannot wait. I tell you what, I am jumping off my seat because, I'm going to probably have to create a limit just to control myself.
I can imagine that.
John?
I want to ask Jace, bear in mind it's Christmas in Australia, what the temperature is in Australia right now.
Oh, don't go there. I think it's in the mid-30s now. It's getting really warm.
Wow.
Christmas Day was like 34, 35. I'm not sure what that is in Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
But yeah,
well,
it is
for the UK,
it's
about minus 34 at the moment.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Sorry, John. That's terrible.
We're going to have a hot summer.
Terrible.
All right. Well, hey, for John, for Jace, I'm Pj Krypto. Happy holidays to everyone. Thank you very much for stopping by from TCG World. Everybody enjoy your break, and we'll see you at the next AMA and see you on the moon. Bye-bye now. Take care, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
See everyone.